it's Radhia. Welcome to another video. This year I actually got into Mocha Festival, which is a huge illustration festival for independent artists here in New York City. I got an email that our application and table was approved literally while I was on a plane going to Florida, which meant that once I got back to New York, I would spend the rest of March preparing my artwork and preparing the table setup for Mocha. I applied with my friend Amy since we were sharing a table together, and she was so incredibly helpful when it came to setting up the table and just like emotionally guiding me through like what I was about to experience, because it's been several years since I've done an in-person festival. The last time I did an in-person art fair was through my college when I went to SVA, and I think that was like 4 years ago. So it's been a really long time, and now I have way more prints and products and artwork to share, so having to transport all of that to and from the fair was a completely new experience and learning curve. This was also the first time I would get the opportunity to meet some of you guys in person, so that was probably the biggest highlight of attending an art festival. There is a lot going on in this video, a lot of chaotic Mocha prep, because as I said, I was only notified like the first week of March that our table got approved, and Mocha Festival was literally the first weekend of April, like April 2nd and 3rd, something like that. So I had less than a month to like get my shit together and get it ready for an in-person art fair. At some point in March, I went hiking with some of my friends, which was a really good detox considering I was glued to my studio all throughout that month. I started doing more wholesale orders, I got new products in, I made a new zine. It was also not only my birthday, but Coney's birthday in April, so I turned 24 and Coney turned 8 human years old. So let's just say this vlog is going to be chunky. I have footage from March till like the first week of May, because that's the week right before I left to go to Chicago to teach a sketchbook workshop at Northwestern University, so that will be in a different video. But I am over the moon to share the behind the scenes and all of the bits and pieces that went into preparing for this illustration festival, because it was a really fulfilling experience for me, and I love that I get to share that with you guys through here, especially if you didn't get the chance to attend or you couldn't make it for any reason. It's all good. So strap yourselves in, get a snacky or a drink, and I will see you guys at the end of this video. Cheers. Good afternoon. It is a Monday, which means I have 2 more weeks to prepare for Mocha Festival. And today I am really just grinding through getting my second coney zine done. This was the original coney zine that I made back in 2017 when I was in college. And so I actually realized I didn't save myself a physical copy of it, which I usually do. So this is my little portfolio of zines, just so I have them tangibly on my hands. But I reprinted this. I worked on the draft on literally a sheet of like computer paper. And I'm working on the final line work on my iPad, and then I'm gonna set it up for printing. But I did a little test print this morning on some pink paper because I thought it would be very cute. Like, I literally printed this on my school, like, library printer because black and white ink was free. And it's really nice because I can print this entire 16-page zine on a single sheet of paper. Also, I am trying to get my little gashapon vending machine together. So let me just show you right here. So this is the vending machine that Julian got for me as a gift. It's actually a smaller toy version of the bigger Japanese vending machines, and there's like little capsules that have toys in them. And so this was like part of the display, and you could like make your own little sign, but then I realized it would cover up most of the capsules. But I traced this, did a little sketch right here, and this is kind of how I want the sign to look like. But I also got these boys. So these red capsules came with the gashapon machine, but I didn't have enough. So I was actually on the hunt for pink colored capsules, but I couldn't find any that would fit the machine because I think it only takes 50 millimeter or like 2-inch diameter capsules. So these were the only ones that I could find in bulk because I wanted to put some B-grade enamel pins in them and maybe like a little candy. And that would be the prize. I also realized this probably counts as plastic packaging, but then I could just ask like, hey, like if you don't want to keep this capsule, you can just like return it to me and I can reuse it. So I bought about 50 of these, and that way I can sort of put like a B-grade enamel pin in here and like have it all in a bag, so that if I don't know how well this is going to do, but if the machine empties, I don't have to worry about running out of capsules. I can just like put more inside, and I thought that would be a fun idea. I'm still trying to figure out the pricing because in my shop I currently sell my B-grade pins for $10 each, and you can sort of select whichever pin you want, but with the vending machine it's going to be a mystery. It's going to be selected at random once you like spin the machine. And so I was thinking $6 for like a single crank like spin, or two spins for $10, which would be a really neat deal. I was thinking of including a little candy with the pin just so it's fun, but then I realized, what if some people are allergic? So I'm not entirely sure if I'll do that yet. And I also went to Daiso and I found this index card divider that has slots inside, and that way I can hold on to cash, and if someone pays me in cash, I'll have appropriate amounts of change, because I used to have a cash box, but I've heard a lot of nightmare stories about people just having their entire cash box stolen at in-person art markets, and I'm not trying to have that happen, so I will just like keep this in a crossbody bag that's on me, and I think the dividers will help a lot, because I don't think I have enough room in like a regular wallet to store so many bills. I'm thinking maybe I'll sell the leftover zines from Mocha Festival as a 2-pack duo in my shop, and that way you'll have the first coney zine and also the second coney zine. And depending on how well it sells, I might print some more for the spring shop update. By the way, every single zine that I have made so far, I have a digital version up on my Patreon where you can read them through its entirety. It's one of the benefits that's part of my podcast tier, which is the Big Loops tier. It's a $6 tier. And I will be uploading the newer one that I'm making, which hopefully I'll be done with either today or tomorrow. I still need to upload the digital PDFs up onto my shop,
That way people can like individually purchase a digital like scanned copy of the zine where they can read it. But I haven't gotten around to that yet. So eventually I will. But if you want to read all of them, it's one of the benefits in one of my Patreon tiers. So I also totally forgot to show you guys 2 new products that are going to be in my shop. So we have this little loop coney keychain, and one side of it is actually sparkly. I also sent off a tote bag design, which I'm very excited about. I'm not printing this myself. I'm actually handing this off to a local screen printing facility in Brooklyn, and I'm quite excited. This is the same tote bag that Megan uses, and I love the size, so I hope the print quality comes out really well. I have been working on this for about a week and a half because I did want it to be very like playful and have a lot of things going on, so I'm glad that the final design very much matched the vision I had originally in my head. So I'm gonna be waiting on those, and I'll also be selling them at Mocha, and again, depending on how well this does, I'll reprint some more for the spring shop update. But all of these newer items are going to be up for sale in Mocha first before I put them onto my online shop.
Every time the overhead lights are on, I'm just reminded why I despise filming when it's not daylight outside. It is the next day. Yoseka Stationery emailed me back. If you don't know Yoseka Stationery, they are a Taiwanese owned stationery shop in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. We've been wanting to work on wholesale together for the longest time, and Daisy just emailed me back and she just sent me the chunkiest wholesale order request I have gotten thus far, and it's good because my shop is temporarily closed right now, so I can adjust the stock before Mocha Festival. Very important. And I also reordered a bunch of stickers, so I'm very excited. I also finally have my wholesale order sent off and up and ready with Paper Plant Co. in Los Angeles, so it really feels like everything is rolling right now. My heart is going. Does that make sense? So this is the entire wholesale order, and there's so many pins and a lot of stickers, like a lot of stickers, and also a healthy amount of notepads. So I am going to send over the invoice and, you know, make sure everything is all good and ready. And then I'm going to pack this up nicely, and then at some point during next week, I can actually just go into the shop and drop it off. So thank you so much, Yoseka Stationery. Thank you, Daisy and Neil.
বাংলাদেশের ঢাকার স্পেশাল নকশি পিঠা।
আর
এটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে সিঙ্গারা কুইনি ফেভারিট সিঙ্গারা amazing সিঙ্গারা। আর এটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে চিকেন সমোসা। চিকেন হ্যাঁ জুলিয়ানের জন্য নিয়ে আসছি। জুলিয়ান যদি খায় খেলো। তুমি জানো যে ম্যাগি হলো সুইজারল্যান্ডের ব্র্যান্ড, তাই? ইয়া। বাংলা কেন? মানে বাংলা মানে কি? মানে আমাদের দেশেই তো এটা সবসময় আমরা এটা হলো এটা সুইজারল্যান্ডের ব্র্যান্ড। ইয়া।
My mom did come over today to help me bleach my roots again, because literally look how long they've gotten. I look like an egg. I just took a shower too, so don't come for me in the comments. I am, 1, trying to finish watching Gotham. 2, hello. There we go. I am going to inventory my new keychains. This boy right here. So I did try to request if they could not include individual plastic packaging, but unfortunately they were just like, hey, like we have to package them individually, otherwise they will get damaged in transit if everything is just like thrown into one bag.
I would prefer no packaging or at least paper packaging, that way I can recycle it. But I noticed this time they used a different plastic baggie and it's allegedly biodegradable, so I'm going to throw that in my compost machine at some point and see how well it lives up to that label. But it's better than single-use plastics, which I have no idea what to do with afterwards, so gonna inventory these. Hello, it is Friday today. I finished the zine. It looks like this. Hello, please focus. There we go. This is the zine. I really like that I made the front and the cover like a continuous Queenie boy. Finished this zine. Obviously, I had to do multiple test prints just to make sure that the printing was correct when I like print it on the paper and I cut and I fold it. I did a couple of variations. I thought I liked the pink on pink, but I think I like the contrast of the blue a little bit better. I low-key wish I had access to a risograph because the blue ink on a risograph is much darker, and on my inkjet printer it's a little pale. So also my hair is like super frizzy because I blow dried it, and every time I blow dry it my hair looks like it's literally dead. But I promise you, like, watch tomorrow, like it's just gonna be like much more tame. My mom came over again, helped me do my roots because I want to do this in time for Mocha Festival, because I know if I don't do it in time for Mocha Festival, at that point I'm just gonna end up growing out my hair, which I don't want to do. I want to keep it silver for a while. So she helped me do my roots and they look much better than before, because before it was just like egghead. I wanted to show you guys my outfit because I really liked my makeup today. It's giving 70s, you know, minus the racism, but this outfit is like nice balance of feminine and mask. It gives a little bit of bimbo vibes. I look like a Barbie crossed over with a Bratz doll. Right now, I'm going to head over to my friend Colin's place because we are throwing a surprise birthday party for our friend Cameron, and his birthday is like at the end of the month, but he has no idea what's coming for him. We're like preparing to set up at his house, so I'm gonna go do that today. And tomorrow I actually have a coffee date with one of my patrons. This was kind of like last minute, but I want to definitely meet more South Asian artists. I feel like that community like did not exist for me as a kid, because whenever I did have South Asian friends, they judged me because I had like dyed hair, and I was like, well, that is a story time for another day. Leave you guys with that. Oh, I also got a ton of stickers. A huge sticker reorder. You can see my Metro Cats and my Pride Coonies and my Flower Coonie stickers. They are surprisingly really popular in my shop. And I also have, hold on. So this is all for Yoseka Stationery. I packaged everything up and I'm going to deliver at some point next week. I am on true crunch time right now because I do have 1 week until Mocha, and I have a lot to print and like sign because I have my prints, I have my stickers, I have my zines, and I also have to figure out my setup, so I'm gonna do a mock setup. So there's still a lot to go, but it's nice because I can take a little bit of a break and like have fun with my friends tonight. So I have to report for right now.
We're drinking a tangerine White Claw. This was a PR package sent to me today by White Claw.
I found this vegan Chipotle chicken wrap and it's kind of ass. Julian is keeping Cameron busy right now. started raining. I'm bringing my duck umbrella. I have all of my stuff for Yoseka stationery, and I'm going to go and drop this off today.
Show us the water bottle.
Oh yes, okay. I have these stickers. I've got Studio Maggie. This is Kimi Kono. She's a Toronto artist. I actually really love her work.
Oh, I need to look up that.
You should. She's awesome. Lee. Yeah, I think this is mostly Maggie because I'm a patron. Yeah, our patron.
I love the color of my actual water bottle.
Yes.
It was like perfect.
Wow. Hi, I'm Sneha, aka Willow Sun Draws on Instagram.
She literally offered to carry my wholesale order.
It's so cute.
And I said no because her nails are so beautiful and I don't want them to pop off, but she insisted, so here we are.
It'll be okay.
People in the comments like, oh my god, you're making her carry your shit.
No, I did this on my own accord. I'm a strong person.
So am I, but I'm literally like carrying like 30 things right now, so thank you for carrying my stuff.
Yes, for sure.
We're literally on the way to drop it off and I'm gonna show her Yoseka stationery.
Yes, I'm so excited for the stationery shop.
Alright, bye baby!
It is currently Monday morning. If I sound weird and I look busted, it's because my sinuses took a grip on me over this weekend, and this morning I'm feeling a little bit better, but I'm hoping that I get through it this week, because this week is vital when it comes to getting everything ready for mocha. So let me show you guys. I bought a whole ream of pink paper because I ran out. Of course, conveniently enough, my blue ink runs out, and just last night my black ink ran out on my printer. So I need to get more of that because my printer is very petty and it won't print unless it has ink cartridges that are full. So if one is empty, it's not going to print anything. Got this staple remover because the long arm stapler that I have, some of the staples get pressed in a little weird. And over here, I have a bunch of coney zines already printed before my black ink ran out.
Library. It's been such a long day. It's so nice. I just love her as a writer now.
I hope you don't get like a hyper-productive girl bossy energy from my videos. That's not the type of video, or it's not the type of vibe I want to give off. And I don't think I make girl boss content, you know, where people are constantly talking about productivity and optimizing, and they showcase
stapling these zines. This long arm stapler would have been so neat in my life like 4 years ago when I was like super into making zines. I remember like when I first started making zines, like Emma was like helping me print and cut. She was helping me print and cut a bunch of zines for like my very first like art festival that was like taking place in school. Okay, so this is what I mean. Very stinky staple right here, so I'm gonna use my silly little Hello Kitty staple remover to get out the stinky staple. Oh wow, this is so neat. Okay, there we go. So yeah, zines have been like a every time it comes to making a zine, like there's just something about it that just sparks so much serotonin in me. Like, obviously making a zine takes a lot of time, and I always underestimate how long it'll take for me to make like a whole other zine, kind of like I did the second coney zine. But once everything is done and formatted and printed, like this part of like assembling it and like, you know, cutting, assembling, and stapling the zine is just so rewarding. Yeah. Oh my god, what coney? Printer ink.
Wow, my hair looks much more frostier on camera than it does in real life. I have not styled it yet. It's still in the middle of drying, but I got an email this morning that my tote bags were ready. And here it is. Hold on, let me show you a little bit better. Here it is. The print is a little bit more of like a navy blue rather than ultramarine blue, because let me show you Megan's tote bag for an example. Like, I was aiming for like this type of blue, like something in between, but the print itself is super crisp and it's so cute. I'm very excited, and you know, if I want to get it reprinted, I totally can and ask for them to change the color. But I also wanted to show you more Mocha Festival prep. So I got these wooden boards from the Dollar Tree, and I'm thinking of putting my products onto these. I did paint this one with some gesso. I think I'm gonna leave it white, and then I can add little tags to include the prices, and then I'm gonna add like magnetic strips to the back, because I was trying to figure out how I would put it on these like wire grids that I'm using, and I think I'm just gonna get like really strong magnetic strips, and that way I can just like click them onto the wire grid. So I'm just trying to figure out how much stuff I have and how well I need to arrange it. I did install my ink cartridges this morning, so I did print out more zines. My business cards arrived. Where are they? I ordered 1,000 business cards, so I think I should be okay. Today is Wednesday, by the way, so I literally have like 2 days, technically one more day, because Friday is early setup. A bitch's stress. One of my flowers just fell. But yeah, I have to get my gashapon machine ready. One of the displays that I ordered to hold my smaller prints and my zines, I ordered it last week, and then I emailed them at the beginning of this week, wondering like if it shipped or not. Turns out it's not gonna ship until like the middle of next week, so that's, I love that for me. So I will try to figure out how to like have my smaller prints on display and also my zines in a way that's like visible, because I know that my larger prints are gonna take up quite a bit of space up on the like the wire mesh. So yeah. Magnets. This morning I painted all of these wooden cutouts with gesso instead of like white paint, because I just wanted to like fill up the wood. I sanded the harsh edges, and then I just got a bunch of magnets in, so I'm going to put probably like 1 or 2 magnet strips on the back, and then, as I mentioned, like my stickers, I can just have them up with the pricing, and I can just like on the grid. I also had a live stream with my patrons on Zoom to celebrate like 1 year on Patreon. That was really fun. We also moved to Discord afterwards and just had like a co-working call, because Zoom for whatever reason has like a 40-minute time limit now. But I also made a little sign for my gashapon machine. So this is what it looks like. I am going to
fill up the capsules later tonight, and I'm done printing this zine of a lino cut book that I did a few years back. And I feel like the sound of my printer has been giving me a headache because the borderless printing takes up a lot of ink on my printer, and I literally just changed the ink cartridges and it's like magenta and cyan running low. I'm glad that I'm done with like the very like nitty-gritty meticulous stuff. Right now I am actually finishing up the last 2 pages of my current sketchbook, which is wild. And tonight I'm basically going to figure out, I'm going to use my coffee table to do a mock setup because the coffee table that we have is very similar to the dimensions of the table at Mocha Festival. So I'll do that, see how things are working out, and that way I don't have to like struggle during the setup, because tomorrow, Friday, is early setup, and then from there I can finish like cutting and like stapling the zines and like getting the prints ready, because I'm not gonna bring like all of my inventory obviously, but I have to figure out a way that I can store it, bring it in my luggage, but also have it accessible. And I also need to take out money for change. So there's still quite a bit to do, but that little Patreon live stream was like a really nice break in my day. It is Thursday night and I am trying to figure out this setup for tomorrow, and here's how it's going. Still not entirely sure how I'm going to have this set up, but I think I should go to bed and work on it a little bit more in the morning. Coney's art shop. Look at this. Coney merchandise.
Go follow Nice Meow.
I love you so much. I was like trying to take a photo of my outfit. Why is my parents' room like this? We're going to an iftar party. Hello! Hello, did I just like move the clutter off of my desk to give the illusion that it's clean? Yes. It has been 2 weeks, so Mocha Festival really took me out physically because that was a lot of work, and I also think my social battery got drained. Like, that's not necessarily a negative thing, but that means I need a couple of days to recharge so I can be myself again, especially as someone who's been an introvert for most of their life. And after a week of resting from Mocha, I basically had to spend another week getting my taxes ready. That was also like another stressful week. Today is April 20th. It's my birthday. This year I'm turning 24. I feel like the pandemic has robbed us of like 2.5 years of our time. So I entered the pandemic when I was like 21, turning 22, and now I'm like 24. Like, I don't even like, if someone asks me at my age, I like have to do the math because I haven't kept track of it anymore. But either way, I thought I just wanted to give you guys an update as to like how things are going, because I just have not spoken on camera and like filled you guys in. But April has definitely been much more stressful than I thought it would be. I am not a fan of like being the person that's like, I'm busy all the time, because I would love to make more time to relax, but I think, you know, 2 years of freelancing, 2.5, 2 years of freelancing according to my tax forms. It's like, it comes in waves, you know, like in January, everything feels very dead, but the moment it's like spring, that's where I start getting my shop ready. I have to like, just so much admin work. And I know there's like things that I need to organize on my end so that it's easier for me long term. I do have another art show coming up, and I also have a very exciting workshop that I'm doing
for freaking Northwestern University in Chicago. This will be the first like workshop that I'm teaching. Like I'm putting the workshop together, so that's very fun. I do want to share the gifts that I got today because my parents just like drove by and dropped off some things for me. I also realized it's the first birthday that I'm spending like outside of my family, so it like feels a little melancholy. First of all, my brother came to the apartment door with some flowers. I think these are carnations, according to my Animal Crossing flower knowledge. I don't know who picked out this card, but appropriate colored envelope, very appropriate card with a cat on it. And my parents, they don't like, this is the thing about immigrant parents, they don't really write those like long heartfelt messages. They're just like, they find the cards that like just say something really sweet and they'll put like the date and the names, which I appreciate the sentiment. They also got me some snacks. It's literally in a plastic bag, which is not the vibe, but like, let's just get to the snacks. So up first we have some Kashmiri tea, and then we have a tube of henna. We have lychee flavored drink, 3 bags of kurkur, which is like it's an Indian chip snack made out of like lentils and rice. It's like basically like if you had a Cheeto, but it was like South Asian flavor, so very delicious. This is not the flavor that I like, but this is the only one that they had. I love the chili chatka. And this is the green chutney style. These were Julian's gifts. He got me a Gorillaz vinyl. This is it's the Humans album. I don't want to open it just yet. I want to open it when he gets here because I don't know if it's like a specialty like color vinyl or anything, and I want to listen to the vinyl with him together because I think Julian and we bonded over music when we first like met each other, and it was mainly over the fact that we both loved Gorillaz. We've also been to a Gorillaz concert together, so I remember his first ever gift to me was like it was like a holiday Christmas gift, and it was the Discovery album by Daft Punk, and it was also a vinyl. And I don't know, I am very sentimental over music. I love to connect with other people over similar music interests, so like I love this one so much. Your girl has started watching Nana, okay? I would always go to the library as a kid. I would literally go to different Queens libraries just to find specific volumes of manga, and this is before I knew I could special request like a certain volume or certain book, and only now am I watching the anime. So Julian got me one of the volumes. It's volume 4 of Nana, the manga. And I think I like flipped through this when he gave it to me, and this was the dramatic. There's a lot of drama in these chapters in this volume. As someone who's gone through like an intense like emo scene phase, the prime era, like when it was like 2008 to 10, you know what I'm saying? I've always wanted a Gloomy Bear bag, and so I found one on Depop and I decided to buy one, but the zipper was broken, so I actually took apart this area and put the zipper back on the track, and now you can, I mean, there isn't a lot of compartment space here, but I fixed him up. And then he was also really badly stained, and then I literally put him in the bathtub and just like did a sort of like strip washing, but not really. Now I have this really cute little crossbody plush bag, and I feel like this is very me. Kind of at an age where I can make the artwork and like have access to the things that I wish I had as a kid, just reflecting on 24 years of being on this earth. So yeah, I've had a stressful April, but thank you for popping in for this little chat. So this is my birthday outfit. I'm not wearing the hat outside. I'm gonna go meet up with Julian at Toy Tokyo, which is a toy shop that I really love. Man, I'm not gonna wear this hat. This is actually Kunni's birthday hat that I crocheted for him. So we got the whole fit going on. Outfit check. We got the faux fur coat from TJ Maxx that I bought. I don't even remember how long ago it was. We have the little Gloomy Bear bag, the like reflective skirt from Depop. We have this dynamic doll kewpie handbag. This is literally my mom's cropped cardigan, and this top is from Target, and I'm gonna wear it with these shoes. I kind of look like a sad clown, but I'm not offended by that. So that is the outfit. Let me actually put it on and show you guys in the mirror. Here is the whole outfit. I kind of dig it. Like, it seems pretty extra, but I feel like this is just the way that I enjoy dressing up. So I'm excited to take my gloomy out with me. And I love this bag so much. Like, the reason that I'm dressed up like this is because I have yet another art fair. I'll be at a queer Eid bazaar, which is wild. I didn't even think those types of things existed. So I'll be selling my work. I literally have my stuff packed up and I'm just gonna Uber because like literally carrying all of this stuff to the train station is a nightmare. But this is the outfit that I wore to my cousin's Mendi night. I'm just gonna wear it to the bazaar because why not? And I got my jhumkas on and I have my necklace on. It's giving a Bridgerton vibes, low-key. I also had a really nice evening with Annabelle yesterday. I gotta zoom right now. I'm very excited to go there and meet other people too. I don't know how I'm gonna like walk around in the stores. I'm literally gonna wear my sneakers, so wish me luck. Beautiful. I filled up the tank. I'm gonna kind of let the water run through it the first time because I remember it tasting a little like minerally from the filters, but I'm so excited and you have served us well for now. Until next time. Hello and welcome back. If you made it this far into the video, congratulations, because as I was editing this, I have no idea how I got so much done in such a short duration of time. It is currently August as I'm filming this little bit right now, and I'm preparing a shop update very, very soon. And let me just say, in-person art festivals are just a different level of intense labor that I didn't think I would experience until attending Mocha and some of the other art fairs that you saw throughout this video. In the end, it was still very much worth it because there were so many people that showed up. There were even people who traveled out of state to come to the festival and see me in person, and that was just so heartwarming. There were a lot of other artists that I met. There were people that I've never met before that were introduced to my artwork, and it was just such a good time, honestly. I really do wish I filmed a little bit more during Mocha Festival because the footage that you guys saw was literally taken by my friends Colin and Cecil, because I was glued to my table. There was a literal line forming at our table, and people were so nice and patient and kind. It was a little bit overwhelming, a little bit overstimulating, but as I said, people were so kind, so patient, so nice. There were even people who brought me gifts, and I was so teary-eyed. I think the only time I got to get up from my table was to like use the bathroom, and in that moment I also got to talk to Fran and Lou because their table was right next to ours. This was the first time I got to meet her, and it was just so lovely getting to meet one of my favorite illustrators. I would share a Mocha haul because every time I go to an art fair, I love supporting living artists and purchasing artwork, but I did not get the chance to walk around. But the only things that I did get were a graphic novel from Fran that I've had my eyes on for quite some time now, and also some of her greeting cards and stationery that she was selling exclusively at Mocha. Julian was also very, very helpful in helping me bring stuff to and from the art fair. At some point, I ran out of tote bags. I think I only brought like something like 15 of them, and they sold out within an hour. Literally sent Julian back to the studio to grab like 20 more tote bags to bring to the festival. And I remember people coming to my table because they were like, I see people walking around the fair with that cat tote bag, and I was like, I'm really glad you like it because I have more on the way. And there were people like that literally circled back after an hour just to get that tote bag. I do regret not having enough time to train Julian how to take transactions because I was literally learning as I was going. It was the first time I bought one of those like hard square reader thingies, and there were a lot of technical difficulties, but I mean, I got through the fair. It was a huge hit. I had a great time. It was just so nice getting to see so many people. I actually found out about that kewpie tote bag because the artist came to my table to look at her stuff, and she had one of the kewpie tote bags, and I'm like, nice tote bag. And she's like, thanks, I made it. And I'm like, do you have more? Can I buy one? And so now I have that cute little melanated kewpie tote bag. In 2017, I attended Mocha Festival just as a visitor, and I was just this like broke ass college student. I didn't even know what I was gonna do with my illustration degree, nor did I ever even consider applying for Mocha Festival as an artist. So to see all of this unfold as a living, working, full-time illustrator with people that support them, I feel so incredibly grateful, and I would not have done this without your love and support. One of my goals is to do more art fairs in person because the best part is getting to meet other artists and meet you guys in person. Julian also had a solo show towards the end of April, and even some of my own followers showed up to the opening night, and it's just so nice to see that you guys also support Julian. Not only am I proud of him, but I'm just proud of us being two artists making our way through this world and having an impact with our artwork. Cause I don't know about you, but the world is really not a place to be right now, and the best part is having art and sharing art. I think of most of our society, the backbone of our society, functions off of creative people, and I'm glad to be one of those creative people out there. I also want to give the biggest, juiciest thank you to my patrons. Without their support, I wouldn't have been able to make all of these lovely new products in time for the festival. They are also the reason that I can keep my shop temporarily closed for periods of time so that I can prepare for these art festivals or shop updates. If you want to be part of the patron community, feel free to pledge. I have a variety of tiers that give you access to different rewards. There's literally no pressure to join, but I will say I have some pretty neat stuff on there. I have extra videos, I have some digital goodies and printables and things you can print out yourself and enjoy. I have a podcast and a lot of like really fun and juicy behind the scenes stuff. So if you're interested and have the ability to do so, feel free to support me on Patreon. And if you're looking to stay updated, follow me on Instagram. It's at knivesmeow. That's where I post a lot of my works in progress and I post a lot of stories. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I still have a lot more to share with you guys. So please hit that subscribe, hit that like, leave a comment, and I hope to see you guys again very soon. Goodbye!